Tre Holloman seems to be throwing more shade at his former program, Michigan State, yesterday, 21 hours ago. He quote tweeted an NC State graphic. NC State put up a picture of him and new coach Will Wade. And the quote from Trey was this: My teammates, they trusted me. My coaches trusted me. I put in the work, and the results showed. This is a quote from Trey following a career game from Trey in which he had 25 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist to 5 turnovers in 34 minutes, played the most minutes for NC State, started, and was the second leading scorer with 25 points. Good game. Got a performance he's very happy with, for sure, in a win over VCU. Well, Tre Hollerman decided to go to Twitter, quote tweet that graphic and say this, quote, when you got a leader that truly believes in you, it takes your game to a whole other level. 100 emoji, wolf emoji, red heart emoji. Pretty clearly, some shade being thrown to a former leader. Maybe some implication here that you did not have a leader that truly believed in you before this year when you got to NC State with Will Wade. For what it's worth, the Holloman family has been very vocal about a lot of things. I've exchanged messages with Trey's mom that have been very respectful. I have a lot of respect for Trey and his family. Not trying to do anything weird here. His mom did tweet, I think, in kind of response to some of this dialogue today. His mom's back on the timeline and put up some highlights of Trey's performance in this game. She tweeted this, quote, clearly no one believed Trey's response to why he left, to be allowed to showcase his game. Although a narrative is pushed about lack of loyalty and greed, Tre Holloman can pay homage to his new coach for allowing him to do what he left to do. Speak your truth, Trey. Tre Holloman then retweeted this post himself this morning. So they're trying to make it extremely clear. He left Michigan State to play for a coach who will allow him to showcase his game. And as Trey put it in his tweet, when you have a coach that trusts you. How do you feel about all of this as your team is ripping off a Champions Classic win by 17 points where you embarrassed Kentucky and your replacement shooting guards combined for 28 points in 36 minutes? How are you feeling watching all of this on your timeline?
So here's the thing, and I already came on video and apologized to Trey's mother for things that I said early on in Trey's career about how he would not be a Big Ten player, basically, and I was wrong, hand up. And I want to get to a point where like this just isn't a thing. Like I saw this on the timeline, I sent it to you. I'm like, okay, great. Once again, like you just had a career game and that's the way you want to approach it. That's not the way I would approach things, so that's good on you. But also if you want to do that, Trey's a competitor. Trey's a guy who I think plays better with a chip on his shoulder. So if he wants to do that, go ahead and do that. Here's my main issue. Actually, side note before my main issue. He said this is what you have when you have a leader, a guy that believes in you. Was that kind of the terminology?
Yeah, let me read you the exact words just so I don't misquote the
I
great.
want to make sure I want to know if the word leader was in there.
Yeah, I want to make sure I don't misquote the great Jig. Deuce
Okay.
Bigelow, NC State Gigolo. Quote, when you got a leader that truly believes in you, it takes your game to a
For
whole
sure.
other level.
For sure. Cover your ears, mama. It's Will fucking Wade. What? Come on, man. What leader? Dude's a slime ball. What are we doing here? Like, come on now. Let's not do that. And look, I'm all for it. Like, go ahead and let him. He does believe in you. Also, we believed in you. I don't know. Like maybe is I don't know what y'all had behind the scenes or whatever was going on behind there. I'm already on record saying that, damn, I really would like if Trey was on this year's team, by the way. Think it would look really, really good for him to be on the team. But I here's how I'm coming from, McGray. You can tell me if I'm wrong. How does we let you kiss the logo?
I see you're going to lose me when you go down that path. I'm
Okay,
agreeing with everything you're saying, but this is where I'm going to end up doing like a passionate defense of Trey Holloman.
okay, I'm fine with that. Here's what I'm really trying to get at here. I don't know what I just can't get on board, and maybe this is how what we get to the end of it at this video. Like what I did he not believe in Trey Holloman? Was it a minutes thing? He's playing the same amount of minutes he was last year currently. Like what I mean, he did get ejected from a game that probably hurt his minutes, but because he has played 25, 32, 34. So maybe that's the case. And I get that, but I don't know. Is it just letting him do what he wants and score the basketball, which he's doing too. So that's good on him. He's scoring more and not passing. Is that what it is? Like what? I guess walk me through with this.
Look, I'm not going to try to pretend that I fully understand this. I don't. I've exchanged messages with mom, and I think I have a grasp of it. I've been asked to like keep some things private. Like this isn't for content,
Sorry,
right?
I'd like to say one more thing.
Okay.
I'm like good on like kind of just not. I don't know. Like I saw how some Michigan State fans reacted to this and like took their shots, and I get that. I'm just coming from this place where like, okay, fine. Like I saw it, I'm like, all right, cool, for sure. Bet. Like I go ahead, that's your prerogative. Take your shots. Do what you want to do. Do you have a point? You might. Do you not have a point? Also, you also might not. At this point, you're not on my team, so I don't really care.
Yeah. Okay. I want to make it clear. His mom's tweet this morning about like it's not money, it's about freedom to let him showcase his game or whatever. That's real. That's clearly real. It's not money. It's not about other things. The term like he wanted to play point guards being thrown around, and Michigan State fans are kind of victory lapping. He had 1 assist to 5 turnovers. Fine. I am just going to give you my personal interpretation of all of this. And I'm going to warn you, Michigan State fans probably aren't going to like this. But like, I don't think this has to be so complicated from anyone's perspective. And to be clear, this is the one thing I will kind of shade the Hollemans for here. The reason it is so complicated and conflict driven is because they won't let it go.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
just move on. Just move on. And by the way, like as Michigan State's winning the Champions Classic last night, you've got AJ Hogard, a different guy who transferred that again, I think Tom Izzo more pointedly did give up on with Hogard at the end of his career. He's like, I don't want a fifth year of Hogard. And Hogard's like rooting for Michigan State publicly still. Like, there's a way to do everything respectfully. There's a way to leave the program respectfully and still be thankful for what you had and still carry some of that. I hoped and kind of thought Tre Holloman would have that. Now, he doesn't need to. And I think that's where I get lost is like, I heard a lot of fans say something similar to what you were kind of implying with like, we let you kiss the logo, dog. Respectfully, they don't give a shit. And I understand that's like impossible for Michigan State fans to understand. But like, it's does not every player will die for Michigan State. So players are allowed to be wired more selfishly than that. And guess what? The ones that are don't work out.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm not. But the thing, my logo kissing comment wasn't like, you're not allowed to do that. I was coming from the point of like, is he trying to? Oh, I guess you talk about some things that can't be told, but like, was it because we didn't like love him? We didn't like he wasn't
no, no,
loved.
no, 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 no. This is my interpretation of this as best as I possibly can. And I think it's really, really simple. I really
Hmm.
do. He wanted to go somewhere where he's the best player in the backcourt and treated as such and given the ball and asked to answer the bell every single game on a possession by possession basis.
I'm cool with that too, for what it's worth.
If you interpret it through that lens, it all makes sense. And by the way, like this can be true. There doesn't have to be a winner here. They both got what they wanted.
Hmm.
Michigan State does not feel the loss of Tre Holloman at all right now. Maybe they will as the season goes on. I thought they would. But like, there's not 1 second last night. You watch Michigan State dog walk Kentucky that anyone's like, damn, we miss Tre Holloman right now. The culture is going to be fine at Michigan State. You're not worried about it. You should not have changed anything. Michigan State should not have moved things around to keep Tre Holloman happy. They handled everything correctly. And on the flip side, it can simultaneously be true that Tre Holloman's getting what he wants. Tre Holloman is on a team that is around the top 25 in the country, is going to be an NCAA tournament team. He's going to be a top two scorer on it, and he's the best player in the backcourt every single game. Pretty simple to me. So, like, again, if the Holloman family would just kind of like quiet down a little bit, I think people could like come to terms accepting that this was a win-win. Holloman got what he wanted, and Michigan State's not hurting without him. But it seems like we're never going to get there because for some strange reason, they want to keep like victory lapping this almost. It's strange. And look, putting myself in their shoes, I've been on the opposite side of like Michigan State fans on social media that want you to torture yourself. It's not fun. It's really easy to like become the villain and antagonize them. So I don't think it's like the easiest thing in the world for Tre Hollerman and his mom to be the bigger people and be quiet right now. There are certainly people that are like wanting them to be miserable every night and coming after them, right? But they're not helping the situation. They're just pouring more gasoline on it by being so vocal about this. This clearly was a direct shot at Tom Izzo.
See, that's the point for me. It's just like this directly after just doing what you did. Like you didn't have to take that shot.
No, you don't.
And look, at the same time, take the shot. Like I get it, but also don't be in this spot where you're like, "Oh, why are you reacting like this?" You took a shot.
Right. But okay, spin zone. It's Jig. Do we expect Jig to like shut up
No,
and not take shots?
no, I don't.
Like this is who the kid is. This is what we loved about him at Michigan State.
Well, I think that's how we get to this point though. Everyone is just reacting the way they are built. Like this is Jig. I'm not surprised that he did this. Honestly, I expect a lot more cryptic type tweets and gifs and shots from him this season.
Right.
It's what I loved about him.
Right.
That was my guy.
Right.
I want him to do well. He chose the other side. I'm fine with that. But
Right.
like the constant, especially like, dog, all right, man. You just put up 25 and 4 in a big win against a good VCU team. That's the angle we're taking.
Well, and I mean, in the end, Michigan State, if there is like someone winning the side of the breakup, it's Michigan State because they're still on his mind constantly. Like if you got to have a career game and immediately be look at me, like it's not going the way it should. But I don't. They're entitled to do whatever they want. I guess the only thing that's been like frustrating to me as I watch this all play out is it feels like there are some Michigan State fans that still seem confused on all of this. I don't think you should be that confused. Like I feel like I have a pretty good grasp that he wanted to just go somewhere where he's the best guard. And
Mhm.
Will Wade wants 20 a game from him. And that's not to say Tom Izzo didn't, but like it was never going to happen within the construct of this team, right? With
Right.
Fears going for 13 assists. And we also like respectfully, we just watched the trajectory of Jay Nakin's career. If you're trying to play shooting guard at Michigan State right now, they want you to run corner to corner and shoot your spot up threes. That just isn't the way he's being used at NC State. It's not. And I think the Hollemans got the role they wanted. That can be true while also being like Michigan State doesn't miss you at all. But it's never going to get to that point until they stop subtweeting Tom Izzo.
And look, I get it. There's such a need to win breakups. There's such a need in everything you do.
Right.
I lost every breakup I was a part of.
Dude, the moment you tell me you're done doing this, I'm going to be pulling a Holloman so fast. I'm going to get my mom to tweet so many things.
I mean, come on, man.
Connie's going to be on your ass. You know Connie likes to be on Twitter.
You know what? I'm scared for the day when my child, if he ever does become this level of a Division 1 athlete,
Why?
because like I'm just gonna be leading the nation, and I'm gonna be his biggest hater.
I don't think that's true. We'll see.
Good, love this for Trey though. By the way,
Yeah, I'm still a Jig fan.
yeah, speak your truth, be yourself, take your shots.
In fact, I got to be honest, I'm a bigger Jig fan than I've ever been. Conspiracy theory, was he doing this to light a fire under Izzo, and did it work? Can we give Tre Holloman credit for the Michigan State performance last night?
He's still the jigathon must go on.
like 2 hours before he's about to play Mark Pope, Jiggs lighting a fire under Tom Izzo publicly.
And Izzo goes to his two guards. He has a two guard only meeting. He's like, listen, motherfucker, tweeting about us. Let's go show
Jiggs' impact is still here.
them. Man, my
After
guy.
so wait, last question. Your Tom is because like feels like Tom Izzo is a prideful individual, and it's a family. But when you burn a bridge in the family, I wouldn't want to be the person burning the bridge. AJ Hogarth's been welcomed back to Grind Week. Previous transfers have been around the program, still showing support and love. Tom Izzo sees this. What's his next step of action? Is he still opening the doors to Tre Holloman? Is he still welcoming him back with open arms?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think you can take constant. Oh, it depends. I feel like we can overlook this moment. But if it's going to be constant shots, then no, you can go to Wolfpack Week.
So we think the guy that kissed the logo as a junior for the first time in 28 years of Tom Izzo's program might be blackballed from the program.
Hmm.
He's my hero.
He is.
He's actually my hero.
It'll be special at Wolfpack Week. It'll be him, Rodney Purvis, Cat Barber, CJ Leslie. Who else they got? Not Lorenzo Brown.
Listen, man, the day he put 25 on Nick Lewis in a 6-point win will be remembered just as much in my mind as the moment he shoved LJ Kaysen. A great
Him and LJ
legacy.
should be teammates next season. Can he have a year left?